everyone, it's Debs151 and welcome to the Ginetta Challenge, which is now on to round 2 at Donington Park. I hope you enjoyed. I do apologise for the sound quality. We did have technical problems with saving the replays at the end so we could get the better footage. But here we go. There is the championship standings after round 1. Let's go and let's check out round 2.
Good luck, gents.
There we go, good luck everyone.
Good luck.
Oh, look at all those Power Max cars.
Got cars in the air, or one car in the air. So its lights are on, and they're out, and away we go for the second round of the Ginetta Challenge GT4s. And into the first corner we go. I'm down the inside of someone at the moment, a little bit of contact, both run wide onto the gravel at the first corner. As you can hear in the background, they're the other guys from the actual night. That is our little team radio. So I'm well down the order with quite a big gap in front of me as well. As you may have noticed, something slightly changed about the videos. And there's the guy spinning off as we race up the hill. Again, I do apologise about the sounds. We did have technical problems all throughout while the server was on. And there's a bit of a noise from Jake, who was struggling with a bit of lag. Hitting the curb hard now. We head on to back straight. The car in front is not a teammate. That's because we found a way of showing custom liveries, but it's only the custom livery you have. So if you've got the same as someone else, it'll show up. So we're hard on the curbs. There's Carl. No, that Carl was our teammate, sorry. So what has happened is we're up into 8th place from 11th. Then we did drop down the order after an accident. We've got Corporal Hamster, Sponge and Jake are in front of us. There's Volker getting a bit frustrated.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, I'm getting fucking peed off with this fucking server. Really fucking am with these people.
Volker having a few issues with it. I think we all did, to be honest with you. It wasn't just a single issue. And there's Brian Larson just struggling, a little bit of contact, and I've done down a lot of oversteer, corrected, had to lift totally off, a bit of contact, maybe a bit of a last ditch lunge down in his inside.
The top 4 have got a big lead over them.
And there's Corporal Hamster.
Oh, get out, fuck's sake. You fucking, oh.
The frustration continues for Falcon, but there was Corporal Hamster saying the top 4 have got a big lead.
Yeah, I'm going through the middle.
So now I'm behind Smokey Adam. Smokey, this is the one who's not part of our team. Just because anyone who comes on in a custom livery will show in our colours. Now, to explain what's happening with the teams, we are finishing this championship as Hamster Racing, but we have, all 4 of us are now part of Power Max Sim Racing team, which I'll put in the link in the description below. The website, go check out the driver profiles, news, results, everything. There's lots of other races, and there goes Smokey Adams, runs wide. I have a little twitch going into the corner, up into 5th place now. There's a big gap up to Sponge and Brian Larson behind, following me through. So we're only on lap 3 of 20 here at Donington Park.
Someone stuck down my pit wall, my border can't see you.
Yeah, Jake there says someone's going down the pit wall. And that is TBP Matt, who has gone into the wall. What we've discovered with him, he's got extraordinary 1-lap pace. He can put it on pole position.
That's exactly the same.
And there's Sponge copying Jake as they both went off in the ran wide in the first corner. But TBP Matt, he's got extraordinary pace, but in the race he does lack the consistency. He will continue to fight though, and he'll try and catch back up. See, my pace is, I don't have the pace in qualifying at all. I haven't got that 1-lap pace, but I've got a consistent race pace. And there you go again, a bit more team radio for you there.
No, it's okay.
So you can see the gap.
Rear marker on the straight.
So we're already catching up on lap 4.
Hopefully he's going to back off.
No, they're not backing off.
So there you go, that's the team radio. So on lap 4 we're already catching up with the back markers. These are cars that have spun or had an accident.
Why does he not just slow
Why is the
down?
back marker not backing off?
You hear the guys having troubles with the back markers. Blue flag, get out of the way. Simple as that. It needs to be enforced more. And there we go, setting a decent lap time.
Sorry about that.
God damn
Another
it.
big slide.
So there's Sponge who ran wide.
Okay.
Do you get a cut track?
Yeah.
So he gets a cut track penalty as well, so he drops him down to 4th. And there's Jake just in front, so there's 3 teammates now, all following each other. Both alright, it's me behind you. And that was me just informing them not to panic, it's just me behind them. So there's no worry about anyone attacking.
Oh, you bastard, don't push me.
And there's Sponge with a moment off the track.
Go past.
Or was that a moment of lag?
Fucking game.
Come past me, right?
I think that was a moment of lag. See, these are the technical issues we're having. Hopefully for Alton Park, they will be solved. So, Sponge still in front. There is Jake just in front of Sponge. I'm in 5th place, and just behind me, Brian Larson.
Person behind you, Sponge.
That's Stance is 1 second.
So Sponge and Jake not wanting to make contact.
The guy behind me is half a second.
I'm just informing of how close Brian Larson is to me. The time's not far off the back of these two, so if anything were to happen, Brian Larson would get through and he won't be far off these two.
That back marker's actually coming in handy for me now.
So
He's holding 2nd place.
and there you go, as I was just going to say, Hamster having a back marker in between him and 2nd place. So Hamster 1st place for Hamster Racing / Power Max Racing, and then we've got a 2nd place car. I'm not sure who it is, unfortunately, because we couldn't save the replays, we couldn't check into it. But in 3rd, 4th and 5th
I get 2 votes.
there is us 3. So there's in 3rd is Jake, 4th is Sponge, and then I'm in 5th, and then Brian Larson in 6th. As we head on to lap number 6, and you can see a little bit of synchronised swapping over. As you saw, there was a Power Max car on the outside on the grass. That was Falcon, who's been having technical issues, and there goes Jake off the track.
Damn it, tanks left, no.
And totally off the track as well. So up into 3rd.
Just coming back on the track.
It's my bad. Trying to avoid getting the cut track going on the inside.
So there is 3rd place Sponge for Hamster Racing Junior / Power Max Racing, and here in 4th place is me, same again, Hamster Racing Junior / Power Max Sim Racing,
Is that a back marker, Carl?
I don't know.
and then Brian Larson just behind.
No, it's position 7.
Go.
So
He just held.
we've got into a stable balance now with the
This
race.
is the back marker in the same colours further around.
He needs to calm down, and we need to just settle into a race pace now.
Oh man, I got a cut track.
It's just settle into a comfortable race pace. The gap behind me has just stayed the same for more or less 5-6 laps. Just stayed constantly the same. The gap in front of us almost stayed the same as well, even though JD spin off. And there's a spinner just in front. It's one of the back markers, and it was close to taking Sponge out, and close, not far off taking me out as well. But it's just stay calm, just keeping that rhythm. I'm slowly closing the gap to Sponge. Now we agree we don't attack each other, because there's not much point in attacking each other.
That back marker left. Shit. Good track.
And Corporal Hamster in 1st place, getting a cut track. You can hear the panic in his voice. He's desperate to get that car going again. and TBP Matt has closed the gap. He was moved right back within Corporal Hamster's side. They have got quite a big gap between Sponge, who's in 3rd place, and themselves. I don't know whether the
Oh, tank slap up first gear. What a
and
tweet.
Carl having another,
Second place.
and there's 2nd place on the grass.
Oh, shit. Nice.
So now it is
Went down too many gears already.
a Hamster Racing 1, 2, 3
I don't think they should go.
against Slash Power Max Sim Racing.
After
don't know
my
if
cut.
it's-
Oh, go on.
I don't know if it's frame rates or lag, but it's not smooth at all.
And there you go, Carl just explaining. It's
was-
not.
After my cut track, Matt got like half a second behind me, and starting to get a tad worried, but then he went off, so all good.
So now,
And I'm catching with a group of 4 back markers.
so Hamster has a big lead now, but there is 4 back markers, which is a horrible feeling. It's a good feeling after you know you're out in front, and you know you got the pace, but catching up to back markers, it's a bit panicky because you don't know what they're going to do.
Nearly got a cut track there, Jack. Nearly.
I nearly went actually as well.
Braking hard into the old hairpin as we head up the hill to where the old bridge used to be with the.
This guy brakes completely different to me. I'm gonna move.
Yeah, that just totally messed me
So
up.
Carl and Jake a bit further down the road, I think around in
Some twice was pulled on in front of me,
10th place.
and then moved. Who's behind you, Sponge?
Me.
Dams.
Oh, nice.
Who's behind you, Dams?
Brian Larson.
So as you may,
Back marker went off. Chicane.
there's someone coming off, back on the track. A little flash of the headlights from me. As you may have noticed, I do not talk as much in the race because
You just went across the front hole.
I concentrate quite a lot in the race.
Didn't see who.
Heading down the hill. Yet again, through left, right. So a little brief explanation to what's happening with the team. So for the rest of this championship, we are remaining as Hamster Racing, but we're in the Power Max Sim Racing colours. We're all working as a team together, both teams, to help ourselves get up the field. But once this championship's over, we are fully Power Max Sim Racing team.
Right, I know you guys are battling, but I'm a front runner. So
And there is a audio version of a blue flag from Corporal Hamster there. So as I was saying, we are moving over to Power Max Sim Racing. We're joining their team. Me, Corporal Hamster, Sponge and Falcon. We're all moving across there. We're hoping for a great future of sim racing coming your way with Power Max Sim Racing. We can't wait to get underway. I don't know what series we're going into. Hopefully some more Clios.
9 laps remaining, guys.
So there's Carl just telling us how many laps were remaining, and it's 8 laps remaining at the moment. Braking hard into the old hairpin. I've got a decent gap to Brian Larson behind me. Sponge is about 5 seconds in front. But look at the back markers on the map in the top left hand corner. You can see the back
most of
markers.
these back markers moving out of the way, alright.
So there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
You may have noticed.
Is there that many?
No,
Yeah.
I've passed about 4 or 5 people now. Maybe 6.
So you can probably tell on the T radio why answers are quite snappy and quick. I'm not a big talker when
One
concentrated.
just got a cut track.
So now, as you can see on the map in front,
Over that way, left.
look at that.
They're going 4 wide. What the fuck?
We
Yeah, I'm right in the middle of them.
Sponge in the middle of that 4 wide. I do apologise for the language throughout this video. It was a bit colourful, but it's a team radio. You me and Amster at the end of the race was on about how we got nervous with these
They let me
races.
through very nicely.
It was a strange feeling, but you do start effing and jeffing. And look at the back markers, there's 4 cars there. Sponge has got past them all within the space of the first bend and the old hairpin. Now it's my turn to try and get weave through, flashing the headlights. The car moves over to the right hand side, but it moved back onto the racing line. I'm not that close yet, so
Come on, get out of my way, get out of my way.
now here we go. Down the inside of one of the TBP guys. He seems to let me pass. He's hung on to the back end.
I got a cut track penalty.
Into the chicane.
Why
Look,
they all blocking track? Move.
they're all fighting each other, and I'm wanting to come through. And he's so desperate. He's flashing the headlights again, hitting the rev limiters. Too busy trying to find a way through. There in your mirror, you saw the car flying towards me. Panic ensued. He did get it stopped in time. So heading down the hill again, in the middle of the back markers.
Soup Nazi, better full shift.
Soup Nazi
What's he
caught
doing?
straight back in front. I did,
Fucking move, dickhead.
and yet again I do apologise for the language. That was me getting frustrated. A Soup Nazi
Thank you.
come across back in front of me.
The guy in front of me's got no rear end. Oh, he has. It just appeared back. Oh, it's disappeared again. I think it's there from a distance and then it renders in. But it's missing.
So we've got
That bunch of back markers are horrible.
Oh, I got a cut track.
so Sponge is just in front,
TBC clone.
just in front of the back marker in front.
Oh, I got 192 seconds earlier.
You can hear the.
I
My
didn't
car
cut-
Did a few cut track penalties at the moment being dished out.
totally trashed some guy off the start line while the red lights were still on. He started, smashed into the back of me. I hit the guy in front of me and then off into the wall. So trying to make my way back to the pits, I lost control, hit the wall, bounced off the wall and then cut the track, and I got 192 second penalty.
Oh, nice.
So that, as you can
So it's
see,
through no fault of mine.
was a car back marker doing what they should do and letting the cars out of the way. Did it brilliantly.
I've
spot
had a couple
on.
on this track where 2 tyres have still been on tarmac as well.
Yeah, that's what I said. Fortunately, Delwell then, who I was catching right
Using a lot of the curbs.
took himself out.
Just chuck the car around now. Sponge in front, it's got that little lead
Himself out the back mark.
over me. So it's Corporal Hamster in first place. We've got Sponge in second and me in third on lap 15 here at Donington Park
There's got loads of people in front
for
of me.
round 2 of the Janetta Challenge. Over the line we go. I've got through all the back markers. Brian Loss has got through all of them bar
T3
one
on
at the
track.
moment. Keeping it close to his side back. The car seems very settled at the moment. We've got the setup correct. Every driver's got a different setup. It's all down to your own tastes and needs. Where you... It's unique.
How much time have you got to the person behind you, Demps?
2.5 seconds.
Sweet. You're still in third, yeah?
Yep.
So this was the most bar the first corner where I made a mistake and probably dive up the inside of.
It's getting held up as well by back markers. So
It's alright, 'cause once you've got through them, the people behind you are going to have the same issue.
So as I was saying, in the first corner and probably the dive up from Brian Larson,
I think I see a Power Max car in front of
it
me.
was mistake free.
First corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm behind you.
There was probably a lot of easing off,
What position you in?
That's
and that's Falcon.
Oh, okay. Oh, were you sat on the grass on the
That was
start
a
finish?
great few laps.
Yeah.
We just need
Oh,
to pick the
fucking
pace up a
piss.
bit to catch the cars in front. Try and brake a little later, carry some more speed.
I'm gonna have
into
a
the
right
high-speed
fucking
turn.
moan on this fucking website later.
Oh, Falcon, obviously frustrated due to technical issues totally out of his hands, And you saw a couple of times with mine, I had lag, so Sponge go off and then reappear in front of me. The car also going up the hill, we both lag together.
Is that another Power Max car in front of you?
I can't really see.
So here's another back marker for me at the moment as we bounce off the curbs. And we head down into the chicane off this long straight. Flashing the headlights again. There's a bit of gap in front.
Coming up to the first corner.
No, not me.
Jake?
No.
That might be Smokey
Straight.
then. I think that'll be Smokey.
Yeah, I'm going to say Smokey Adams using this kid.
So it's TBP
Surprised
Clone.
I'm lacking him though, 'cause he's normally quite quick.
So TBP Clone, a lot of damage to the rear end of his car. The TBP team having some real struggles, Donington.
TBB Matt's moved to
Down the
fourth.
left, Ham. Down the left.
Yeah. Cheers.
And there you go, TBB Matt has moved up into fourth. This is a guy with the real quick one lap pace, but just lacks that bit of consistency.
Who did?
Me, too much at the chicane.
Oh, you fucking asshole!
Did you just say it?
Yeah.
Joey's go.
Well, it was one of the TBC guys.
So he's getting on to back straight. One of the back markers collecting Falcon.
But it's not. Is it? Yeah, it is a Power Max car. One of the TBC guys. TBP.
There we go, bouncing off track. Obviously the custom livery thing they were just going on about.
Where are you? Are you on the straight?
That
Yeah, I'm in the first
it's
one.
because the custom livery show up as Power Max Racing.
Matt behind.
Distance. Now you can just dig out a few extra tenths of a second.
Matt's behind me now and he's closing the gap very quickly. 1.4 second behind now.
I was catching up as well, and then I planted straight through the wall. And then
So-
fell
so-
down.
Demps, that wasn't a hint to Falcon at all, was it?
No.
Falcon can give Matt a run for his money anyway.
Doing it again, Jake?
Yep. Now I've got the damage, it's impossible to get power down. I've got no air right now.
So we head on to the final few laps. Hamster Racing.
Is that you, Falcon, on straight in front of me?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Falcon,
that's me coming up
who is
behind
currently in last place, he's just in front of me now, so we're gonna make our little move just to jump past him.
Down the left, down the left.
There we go.
you. Matt's just behind.
Go on.
Cheers.
There's nothing I can do.
No.
Oh, there is.
So into the first corner. Obviously Falcon, he doesn't purpose get on the way, he's on the racing line, but there you go, he lets him straight pass after the corner.
Held him up a little bit. Not much.
Like I said, don't hold him up too much, don't want to.
Down into the hold hairpin on the final lap of this great race for Hamster
Yeah,
Racing.
you can't make it look too obvious.
So Hamster Racing leading the way.
Don't it?
No.
So it's looking brilliant for the future with Hamster
don't dare.
Racing.
Oof,
And a bit of contact with that back marker who seemed to
I've
cut
got right
in.
back into him now because of that idiot.
TBB Matt has closed the gap to less than a second, 0.5 on the final lap.
Last chicane for the final time.
So over the line
Come on.
will come Corporal Hamster.
Victory.
Nice. Good one.
Nice
Hold on,
chicane.
boys, hold on.
And there you can
Matt's
see in the
right up
background.
So TBC
Come on,
Explosive
go,
was the last place.
go, third place,
No,
come on, third place.
Ooh, nice lap time, Hamster.
Yes!
1:06.
Get in there.
So you can tell from the end of the race there, I'm very happy with that third place. So it's a Corporal Hamster in first place for Hamster Racing. Hamster Racing junior second with Sponge, and third with me, Demps151. Then we've got Jake and Carl just down the order, I think about 7th and 11th or something like that. Then Falcon right at the back of the grid, unfortunately, due to technical issues out of his hands. But if you've enjoyed this, please remember to like, subscribe and comment in the comment section below. And also, nip across to the Power Max Sim Racing website and check out our driver profiles. But from me, it's a big goodbye, and I will see you in the next videos where I'll hopefully have the results for you, and I'll show you them. So, goodbye.
Now, here comes the music. Boom, 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 boom. I'll shoot you right down. Boom, 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 boom.